Hello everyone. In today's video, I am going to discuss about how to use Chinese remainder theorem in order to solve multiple congruent equations. In the sense, assume that I have two congruent equations like A is congruent to 2 mod 5 and A is congruent to 3 mod 13. Now, in order to solve this two congruent equation, I need to find a value of A such that when I perform a mod operation with respect to 5, I should get the remainder as 2. When I perform A mod 13, I should get a value of 3. Now, in today's video, I am going to discuss how to solve this congruent equation with the help of Chinese remainder theorem. I am not going to discuss about what do you mean by Chinese remainder theorem and the proof to Chinese remainder theorem. Now let's let's take some example and let's try to analyze what would be the value of A to solve both this congruent equation. Now let me take initially A is equal to 12. Now if A is equal to 12, first equation, what is first equation? 12 mod 5. 12 mod 5 is 2. So the first equation is true. Now what about the second one? 12 mod 13. What is 12 mod 13 is 12. Now what is the answer that I should get? 3. So the second equation fails. If I take A is equal to 18, let me take A is equal to 18. Now A is equal to not 18, both will be false. A is equal to 17. So what is 17 mod 5? 17 mod 5 is 2. First equation is true. 17 mod 13 is 4. I should get answer as 3. Even this fails. Let me take the third value. A is equal to 42. So what is 42 mod 5 is 2. I got the remainder as 2. First equation is fine. 42 mod 13. 13 3s are 39. Left out is 3. Remainder is 3. Now if you see among this, I should get a value of A is equal to 42 for this value. Now how to get this A value 42? I need to apply Chinese remainder theorem. Now let's see how to solve this with the help of the Chinese remainder theorem. Now from this given equation, from these two given equation, let me take the value of A1 as 2 and A2 as 3. These are A1 and A2. Let me take this 5 as N1 and N2 as 13. Please note that from the given equation, if there are two equations, I will have A1, A2. If there are three equations, I will have A1, A2, A3. Similarly here, 5 is N1 and 13 is N2. Now first thing that we are supposed to do is find the value of N. N is calculated as N1 multiplied by N2. If there are 3 N's, then it is N1 multiplied by N2 into N3. Now in this case there are two N's, so N is equal to 5 into 13, which is 65. Now after calculating the value of N, I need to calculate the value of M1. Now, how to calculate M1? M1 is equal to N divided by N1. Now, what is N? N is 65 and N1 is 5. So, M1 is 13. Similarly, I need to find the value of M2. M2 is N divided by N2. N is 65 and N2 is 13. This value is 5. So, I got my value of M1 and M2 as 13 and 5. Now, I can calculate the value of A. Actually, we are supposed to find A. I need to find the value of A. Not just one A. We can find multiple values we can have multiple values of A such that both these equations are true. I need to find this A value. Now, how to find this A value? A value is calculated as A1C1 plus A2C2 whole divided by mod N. Now if you see this particular equation clearly, A1 is there, A2 is there, and even I got the value of N. Now what is not there? C1 and C2 are not there. Now I can calculate the value of C1 and C2 as C1 is equal to M1 into M1 inverse. M1 into M1 inverse. Now Similarly, I can calculate C2 as M2 into M2 inverse. I need to find C1 value with the help of M1 inverse along with M1, and I can calculate the value of C2 with the help of M2 inverse with M2. I know M1 and M2, but the problem is I don't know M1 inverse and M2 inverse. Now M1 inverse is associated with the first equation and the M2 inverse is been associated with the second equation. Now how I can write? I can write this as M1 inverse is congruent to the first equation, this part. M1 into M1 inverse is equal to 1 mod 5. Please note that I am not writing it as a 2 mod 5. M1 into M1 inverse is congruent to 1 mod 5. Similarly here I can write M2 into M2 inverse is congruent to 1 mod 13. Do I know the value of M here? M1 is 13. So 13 into M1 inverse is equal to 1 mod 5. So this is mod 5. If I divide this 13 by 5, I get the remainder as 3. So I can write this as 3 M1 inverse congruent to 1 mod 5. Now how to find this value of M1 inverse is, so this M1 inverse should be an integer value when multiplied by 3 and performed a mod operation with 5, I should get the remainder as 1. I repeat once again, this M1 inverse is an integer value such that when it is being multiplied with 3 and performed a mod operation with respect to 5, I should get the value of that number, that is 3 into M1 inverse mod 5 as 1. Now what might be the M1 inverse value? It should be 2. That means 3 into 2 is 6. 6 mod 5 is 1. So I will write it as 3 into, this is multiply, 2 into 3 M1 inverse is equal to 2 mod 5. So this is nothing but 6 M1 inverse congruent to 2 mod 5. So 6 mod 5 is, I got it as 1, therefore my M1 inverse is 2. Please note, I'll repeat once again. So this was 13 M1 inverse congruent to 1 mod 5. So this was 13. 13 mod 5 is 3. I wrote it as 3 M1 inverse congruent to 1 mod 5. Now I should have this M1 inverse as such that when I multiply with 3 and perform a mod operation with respect to 5, I should get the remainder as 1. Now what I will do, I will multiply both the left hand side as well as right hand side with respect to 2. 2 into 3 M1 inverse is equal to 2 mod 5. So this is 6 M1 inverse congruent to 2 mod 5. So I got my M1 inverse as 2. Now similarly here, what is M2? M2 is 5 M2 inverse congruent to 1 mod 13. 1 mod 13. 5 is lesser than 13, no need to reduce it further. Now I need to multiply this with an integer such that when I perform the new integer multiplied by 5 mod 30, I should get the remainder as 1. I know that 40 mod 13 is 1. I know that 40 mod 13 is 1. How to get 40 here? Multiply it with 8. 8 into 5 M2 inverse congruent to 8 mod 13. So this is 40 M2 inverse congruent to 8 mod 13. So my M2 inverse is nothing but 8. Hope till it is clear how to find the value of M1 inverse and M2 inverse. Now once you got the value of M1 inverse and M2 inverse, you can calculate the value of C. Now C1. How to get C1? C1 is equal to M1 into M1 inverse. Now what was M1? M1 was 13 and M1 inverse is 2. 13 into 2 is 26. Similarly C2. C2 is equal to M2 into M2 inverse. So M2 value was 5. 5 into 8. That's 40. Now I got everything. Now I got the value of C1, C2. Now how to get the value of A? A value can be calculated as A is equal to, I have written the equation here, A1 C1 plus A2 C2 whole thing by mod n. Now what is A1? A1 is 2 into 26 plus A2 3 into 40 whole thing mod n. What is the value of n? N is 65. So this is 52 plus 120 mod 65. Now 172 mod 65. So 65 ones are 65, 62 is 130, 130 195. It is 2s. So 172 minus 130 is 42. So this value is 42. I got my A value as 42. Note that A is not just 42. A is not just 42. What you can have is you can generalize A value as 42 plus what is the value of n? N value is 65. It is 65 into K, where K is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now for all this value of A, for all this value of K, my A will be true. 42 plus 65 into 0 is 42. So we saw that 42 mod 5 is 2, 42 mod 13 is also 3. You can take the next value, 42 plus 65 into 1, 65 plus 42. Okay, 65 plus 42, 7, 107. So if I have 107, 107 mod 5 is 2, right? Next, 107 mod 13, 107 mod 13, 13 sevens are 13 is this, so I should get the remainder as 3, 13, 65, 78, 91, 104. So 104, the left out is 3. So even this 107 is also correct. Even if you go for the next value, 65 into 2 is 30, the 130 plus 42, 130 plus 42 is 172. Even if you find, okay, it will also be true. So this is how you apply Chinese remainder theorem in order to solve multiple or simultaneous concurrent equation. We'll take one more example to understand better how to use the Chinese remainder theorem. Let me take the second example, wherein in the second example I have put it in the form of a statement. It says that find all integer, or maybe I can say find all integers that leave remainders 1, 2, 3 when divided by 9, 8 and 7 respectively using Chinese remainder theorem. Now first what I will do, I'll put this statement in the form of the equation. Now first equation is A is congruent to 1 mod 9. A is congruent to 1 mod 9. Second one is A is congruent to 2 mod 8. Now if you see, that is what they have mentioned. Find all integers that leave remainders 1 on divided by 9. It leaves a remainder 2 on divided by 8, and it leaves a remainder 3 on divided by 7 using Chinese remainder theorem. Now as we know how to A1, what is the value of A1? A1 is 1, A2 is 2, A3 is 3. Now what is the value of N1? N1 is 9, N2 is 8, N3 is 7. Now how to find N? N is equal to N1 multiplied by N2 multiplied by N3. So 9 8s are 9 8s are 72. 72 into 7 is 504. Let me check. 72 into 7. 7 7s are 14. 14, 1 remainder, 7 7s are 49 plus 1 50. Yeah, it is 504. Now how to find the value of M1? M1 is N divided by N1. This is 504 divided by 9. m2 is n divided by n2, 504 by 8. m3 is n divided by n3. This is 504 by 7. Do calculate this value. This value is 56, 63 and 72. Now I got the value of m1, m2 and m3. I know that the value of A is calculated as A is equal to A1C1 plus A2C2 plus A3C3 whole by mod n. Now problem is I know the value of n, I know the value of A1, A2 and A3, but I don't know the value of C1, C2 and C3. Now how to find the value of C1, C2 and C3? C1 is equal to m1 into m1 inverse. That is m1 into m1 inverse is congruent to 1 mod 9. 1 mod 9. Now what is m1? m1 is 56. 56 m1 inverse is congruent to 1 mod 9. 56 is greater than 9. I know that how much? 9 6 are 54. So 2 remainder. It is 2 m1 inverse congruent to 1 mod 9. Now how much should be multiplied by 2 such that on performing mod 9 with that number it should give me a remainder as 1. I know that 5 2s are 10. 10 mod 9 is 1. So this is 5 into 2 m1 inverse is equal to 5 mod 9. So this is 10 m1 inverse congruent to 5 mod 9. Hence I got my m1 inverse as 5. I got my m1 inverse as 5. Now how to get C? C1? C1 is equal to m1. m1 value is 56. 56 into 5. 56, 5 6 are 33, carry 180. 5 6 are 33, carry 5 5 are 25. 25 plus 3, 28. I got my C1 value as 280. Now similarly find C2. C2 is m2 into m2 inverse. So m2 into m2 inverse is congruent to 1 mod 8. So m2 value I know it is 63 into m2 inverse is congruent to 1 mod 8. Divide 8, 62 by 8, 56. 56, this is 7. 7 m2 inverse congruent to 1 mod 8. Now I need to find a number that should be multiplied to this 7 so that on performing mod 8 operation it should give me 1. So 7 8 6 are 48. 48. So 7 7 are 49. So multiply this by 7. 7 into 7 m2 inverse congruent to 7 mod 8. So this is 49 m2 inverse congruent to 7 mod 8. Please check 49 divided by 8 is 48, which gives me a remainder 1. So there is no problem. So this is m2 inverse is equal to 7. Now I got m2 inverse. Now how to find C2? C2 is equal to m2. 63 into 7. 7 3s are 21, 2 carry. 7 5s are 35, 7 is 42, 42 plus 2, 44. So I got my C2, I got my C1. Now let me go for C3. C3 is equal to m3 into m3 inverse. So that is nothing but m3 into m3 inverse congruent to 1 mod 7. What is m3? It is 72. 72 m3 inverse congruent to 1 mod 7. So 7 10s are 72 remainder. 2 m3 inverse congruent to 1 mod 7. Now I need to find a number on multiplying this, that is 8. 8 mod 7 is 1. So multiply it by 4. 4 into 2 m3 inverse congruent to 4 mod 7. So this is 8 m3 inverse congruent to 4 mod 7. So what is my m3 inverse? m3 inverse is 4. Now what is the C3? C3 is equal to see 72 into 4. 72, 4 2s are 8, 4 7s are 7 4s is 28. I got my C3. Now apply this. This is A1. A1 value is, what is A1? 1 into C1, 280 plus A2. A2 is 2 into 441 plus 3 into 288. Whole this performed with mod 504. This is how much? 280 plus 882 plus 3 4 8 3 24, 2 carry over 24, 26, 2 carry over 16. All this divided by mod 504. Now if you add all these three, you are going to get it as 2026 mod 504. Now if you see 504 into, how much is nearest? 4, 504 into 4, 4 4 are 16, 20. So 226 minus 296 is 10. So this value is 10. So this equation, the first value of A will be 10. That is 10 mod 9, 1, 10 mod 8 is 2, 10 mod 7 is 3. It is not just only one number, it says that find all integers. So in general I can say it is 10 plus nk. That means A value is the initial value A naught plus n into k. A naught is 10, n value, what is the value of n? N value is 504. 504 into k. For k is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on. Now I checked for 10. If you want, you can check it for k is equal to 1. When k is equal to 1, this will be 504 plus 10. That is 514. When you divide 514 by 9, check it. You will get the remainder as 1. When you divide 514 by 8, you will get the remainder as 2. And when you divide 514 by 7, you will find the remainder as 3. This was about how to solve the multiple or the simultaneous congruent equations, modular equation, with the help of Chinese remainder theorem. Hope this was clear. Thank you.